So this is my daughter-in-law Melanie, and I'm going to give her beachy waves today. She is going to a get-together tonight, so we thought we would fancy her up a little bit, make her real fancy looking. So as you can see, she has different hair from me. I have shown beachy waves before, and I'm going to be using the Michell Neuro 1-inch curling wand. It is clipless and it's all the same size, so you can get a better look of a beachy wave because it's very consistent. So as you can see, she has opposite hair of me. Her hair is natural, mine is dyed. Her hair is very dark and very thick and coarser than mine is. You've got very thick hair. Okay, so the first thing that we always do is we do a heat protectant. Do you condition your hair, Melanie?
Sometimes.
Okay, but you don't have to every time because it's natural. But still, we're putting heat on it. So I want to do that, especially on the ends of her hair. And actually, what I'm going to do is let it kind of dry a little bit like that because I don't want it to steam when I put the heat on it. So I'm going to take my clip, and she does have a lot of hair, so I'm probably going to have to do it in 3 sections. So I'm going to start with the bottom layer first and twist this up and then do this part down here. Mainly the back to get some volume and just a little bit of a piecey look to it. Okay, I'm going to take my curling wand and I'm going to start on this side right here. I'm going to curl back away from her face, being careful, very, very careful around her ears. Okay, we're going to do the next one back away too from the... So on this right here, the back, I'm just going to kind of start at the top and then just kind of do a little bit, even keeping the ends back on it. It is kind of still slightly damp from that heat protectant. But down here, you know, it is very short and I don't want to take any chances of burning her scalp. So I'm just going to stop about right here. Just do a little bit of bend right there. Just to get a little bit of wave. Almost like she would have real naturally curly hair. Or she'd been to the beach. Well, that's what beachy waves are when you know, it looks like you've gone to the beach. Okay, now we're going to work around to the other side now. And take it back away from her face too. And I always point my curling wand down. It just makes a better curl that way. And I curl back away from her face. Just to get a little bend there. You know, we don't want Shirley Temple curls. We want just a bend. Okay, that's my first layer. So I'm going to go down another layer, bring another layer down. You look good in red, Melanie.
Thanks.
It's a good color on you. Do you know who Pebbles is? Mm-hmm. You do?
Yes.
I didn't know if you were too young to know who Pebbles Flintstone was. Well, you got a little Pebbles thing up there. Okay, starting back on this side again. And you know, don't take big gobs, but you don't have to take little tiny pieces either, because if you take little tiny pieces, a lot of times, I don't know, it ends up like Shirley Temple. Do you know who Shirley Temple is?
Yes.
Well, that is way before your time. Keep the ends out to give it a more casual look. Okay, now is that just cute as a button? We kind of got it down to a science, don't we? I've done it, this is my third or fourth time to do it since this year. If you're wondering why we have different scenes, my son's filming it. Thank you, son. Okay, I'll probably speed some of this up because a lot of it's just the same thing, especially on this middle layer. Okay, and then I'm going to come back the other way, pointing down. It didn't really take us long to do this, does it?
No.
What, about 10 minutes, would you say?
Yeah.
Okay, we're about ready for the last layer, and then we'll let it cool down and just kind of, really, we just kind of taught you, just run your fingers through it a little bit, don't you? We got one right here that we needs to redo. Yeah. And you kind of know the pieces that, I mean, if something kind of sticks out and bothers you, then we can always, you know, go back and do it, redo it, which we've done before. Because sometimes, you know, when you do this, it'll stick out funny. But I want a little bit, you know, I want some of that to come down to, so it won't look too, give it a more casual look. Okay, we're taking it all down now. So I'm going to kind of start at your crown. And then just go back this way to give it a little lift at the crown. And then I'll start working this way, and back this way. Just give it a little lift right there. The girls liked my Santa Clauses. She has 2 little girls and 2 little boys. And the girls always like it when I get my nails done, and they like to see what color it is. And then we had 2 Santa Clauses put on. Okay, so still going back from each side, just away from her face, still keeping the ends out like that. Holding it about 8 seconds. And it just gives, if you do it in sections like that, it gives it a little more depth, I think. You know, it's just not all just one big old curl. It's a curl and then the next layer sort of a curl like that. It just, I don't know, I just think it looks pretty like that. Oh, let me do this one right here. This thing heats up in about 30 seconds. And it's got a temperature control on it. I really have enjoyed using it a lot. And the 1 inch is a perfect diameter to get a good, where it'll stay. How's that looking?
Great.
Okay. Go around here to the back and get some more of these in the back. Okay, let's go around to the front here. Pointing down and just winding it around, keeping the ends out. Isn't that cute? It's just so cute, I can't take it. I put the curling iron back here, so yeah, I'll have to get that on the next one. She's got a lot of hair. I'm not used to thick hair because mine's thin. Do you girls have thick hair?
They do.
Okay. I'm glad they got your thick hair instead of my thin one then. The oldest one especially has thick hair, doesn't she? Do the boys have thick hair? Well, it's hard to tell because you keep it short, so it's hard to tell. And even if you turn this iron off, it'll heat up so quickly that you can go back and get things that you might have missed after it cools off. We look like we're celebrating the 4th of July, don't we? With our red and blue. Okay, now I'm going to go to the other side and start back on the top part of this. I think we're about, what I want you to do is, we'll let it cool for a second, and then I want you to, kind of mess it up a little bit and see what you think and see what pieces need to be. I can tell right now there's a piece over here that I need to work on, right here. Mm-hmm. So, I'll take a little tiny strand sometimes, won't I, and kind of wrap it around for a second to get some curl into it. Okay. Right here, you think?
No, I think that looks good.
Okay. mess it around a little bit and see. I see a straight piece right here. Yeah. It had too much of the straight at the bottom. And
No, I think that's great.
okay. Okay, let's just kind of work with it a little bit. We don't even need to spray your hair, do we? It holds the whole time until she shampoos it again. So she's really lucky with that. Okay, so this is the finished look. Just real casual, tousled look that is just really perfect for someone young like she is to go out to a party tonight for Christmas. And she looks beautiful. So Melanie, thank you so much for doing this with me. It's made me get closer to you. Well, it really has, actually. Anytime you work on somebody's hair, it makes you get closer to them. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it so much. Thank you, Melanie, for doing this with me. I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend coming up, and I'll talk to you in a few days. Bye-bye.